There is a kind of creature in the world that has been discovered by a few people but has not been confirmed to exist. We call this kind of creature unidentified mysterious animal, or UMA for short. Hello everyone, welcome to the UMA series of videos. This issue will share with you a mysterious unknown creature, the Arica monster, which appears in northern Chile. The Arica monster, also known as the Arica beast, is found in the Atacama Desert region of Chile, specifically near the city of Arica. The creature is often described as a cross between a kangaroo and a bird, resembling a small dinosaur, about 6 to 7 feet tall, with gray skin and thick thighs. Walking on 2 feet, on August 1st, 2004, the Chilean newspaper Arica Star published an article titled "Strange Creatures Found in Pampahacha." 2 days ago, at around 9:30 p.m. on July 30th, Chilean Army officer Hernán Cuevas, his wife, 2 young children, and driver Dario Riquelme were driving on the Pan American Highway in Chile, near the famous Guardian statue in the Pampahacha area. Suddenly, a strange beast crossed the road at a very fast speed, scaring the driver to step on the brakes. The creature was gray and hairless, standing and walking on its 2 hind legs, and its thighs were clearly visible. Just a few minutes later, another similar creature appeared. This time, Riquelme Cuevas and his 12-year-old daughter Tanya saw the creature clearly, but the tense atmosphere did not make them lose their composure. Tanya recalled, "The creatures were very similar to dinosaurs, with small forelimbs." According to their discussion, the first creature was estimated to be between 6 and 7 feet tall, while the second was significantly smaller. Although it was night, the creatures were no more than 13 feet away from the vehicle, and the bright moonlight and headlights allowed them to see the creatures in full. 2 days after the report was sent, on August 3rd, 2004, there was another news report titled, "Acha reported more strange creatures." Once again, it attracted people's attention. The incident happened half a month ago, in mid to late July. At around 9 o'clock in the evening, Chilean Army Sergeant Carlos Albert and his family of 6 were driving near the Guardian statue when they encountered 4 kangaroos with dog faces chasing their vehicle. The eldest daughter, Carmen Diaz, described that he was chatting with his brother in the back seat of the car when everything suddenly went dark. Then he saw many bird-like creatures with dog heads through the window. 2 of them passed the car from the front, and the other 2 rushed to the front of the car. He was not sure whether these creatures had wings or legs, because they quickly disappeared into the night. Several children, including him, were frightened until their mother spoke. Carmen's mother, Teresa Diaz, was sitting in the passenger seat of the car and was the best witness. He added that these creatures ran very fast, almost at the same speed as the car, reaching 60 miles per hour. The incident caused tension in the whole family and even made him afraid to return. Because they were afraid of being laughed at, they didn't decide until they saw the news 2 days ago. Publicize their experiences. After the incident was reported, 2 animal hunters went to the Guardian statue to look for clues of animals but found nothing special. The matter is not over. Fernando Perea, the journalist who wrote the above 2 articles, has been closely following and investigating these incidents. On August 7th, he reported another similar sighting from Fanny Reyes, a newsagent owner in the town of Aricacuya. He said that a truck driver who travels between Chile and Peru told him that one night in June, he saw a strange creature rush in front of his car when he passed through the Aca area and stayed in front of it for about a few seconds. He looked very similar to the creature mentioned in the report a few days ago. There are many such single sightings, and there have been sporadic records in the following years, which naturally attracted the attention of many scholars and media. In 2009, the 3rd season of the American paranormal reality show Final Truth was launched on the West African channel, and the 8th episode tells the in-depth investigation of the Arica monster. Paranormal researcher Josh Gates led his team to Arica, and he first interviewed the officer Hernán Cuevas in the first incident and Carmen Diaz in the second incident. According to their description, it is more like some kind of extinct small dinosaur. Carmen also drew the footprints left by the creature, which showed 3 thick toes. With all kinds of doubts, Gates's team reorganized their equipment and went deep into the desert area of Pampahacha, trying to find traces of the creature. They used 4 infrared cameras to capture the appearance of the creature, but failed in the end. But this exploration was not in vain. They found some leftovers of carnivorous animals and a huge biological footprint, which was shaped like 3 huge toes. They brought the footprints back to the Los Angeles Dinosaur Institute, where famous paleontologist Louis Chiabi was very sure that the footprints belonged to a dinosaur. He believed that it was an iguanodon, and the probability of it being a dinosaur was very high. Iguanodon was a medium-sized herbivorous dinosaur of the suborder Ornithopoda, which lived mainly in the early Cretaceous period about 130 million years ago. It was between 30 and 36 feet long and weighed up to 4.5 tons. Its hind limbs are clearly 3-fingered, but it is not certain when the footprints existed. Perhaps these footprints were made tens of millions of years ago and were once submerged in the sand and survived after climate change and rain. The Diaz family, the eyewitnesses mentioned above, saw a picture of a similar creature in a book. They believe that this is a dinosaur of the Dromaeosauridae family, also known as the Dromaeosaurus, which is what we commonly call the velociraptor or raptor. This is a small carnivorous dinosaur similar to birds. It has a very wide distribution range and belongs to the theropod suborder. The smallest of them, Mahakala, was only 2.3 feet long, while the largest ones, including Utahraptor and Achilles, could grow to more than 20 feet. Although dromaeosaurs have 4 toes, the second toe has a large sickle-shaped claw, which does not directly touch the ground when walking, so the footprints they leave behind also have 3 toes. Coincidentally, the fossils of the 2 dinosaurs mentioned above have been unearthed in Chile or the surrounding areas. No matter which dinosaur it belongs to, if it really survives in reality, it will be a subversive discovery. However, the author believes that the probability that the Arica monster is a dinosaur is not high. First of all, we know that the first element of biological survival is water, and the Atacama Desert is affected by the subtropical downdraft offshore wind and the Peruvian cold current. It is one of the driest and most desolate areas in the world. The environment is extremely harsh and is known as the world's dry pole. The average annual precipitation is less than 0.1 millimeters. The city of Arica has set the world record for the longest period without rainfall. From October 1903 to January 1918, it was below 0. It is hard to imagine that a large predator has evolved and survived in such an environment for at least 70 million years. But it is undeniable that the sighting did happen. So what did these people see in the desert? In fact, after 2 important sightings in 2004, the Chilean Department of Agriculture and Livestock made relevant comments. Oscar Concha, the director at the time, said that he had never seen such a strange creature in his many years of service, and there had never been any similar legends in the local area. He believed that people's sightings might be an optical effect caused by the influence of wind and sand, and it was actually just a dog or an ostrich. Paleontologist Luis Chiabi holds the same theory. At the end of the Final Truth program, he explained that what people saw was most likely a giant llama. Ostrich is considered a close relative of dinosaurs, and the giant llama is also called the South American 3-toed camel. This bird has 3 big toes with claws, and the footprints left by it are very similar to those of dinosaurs. Its height and body length are also similar to the description of the incident, although one of the witnesses, Riquelme, he explicitly stated that what he saw was not an ostrich, but this theory is probably the most reasonable explanation for the Arica monster. Another theory comes from Spanish investigator Ramanavia, who said that he interviewed several witnesses who did not want to be named and concluded that the Chilean military was conducting programmed holographic projection experiments, especially in border areas. But this theory obviously has a description of the sighting, because the creature at least left footprints. To this day, there is still no complete conclusion about the Arica monster incident, and we may never know the truth about it. Perhaps it really exists in a remote area of the vast desert of South America. The beast from another era is crawling in the swamp, waiting for us to seek answers. As the saying goes, the unknown is always greater than the known, and this is also the charm of UMA. Well, this video ends here. Thank you for watching.